Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Planning Board meeting of Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020 at 6:30 p.m. via webinar session for the City of Paterson. Madam Chairwoman, may proceed.
Yes, please rise everyone for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. Okay, commissioners, planning board staff, ladies and gentlemen, as chairwoman of the City of Paterson's Planning Board, I call this meeting of 12/2/20 to order. I hereby state that all the provisions of the State of New Jersey Public Meeting Law have been fully and completely met, that the notice of provisions required have been properly posted in the Planning Board office and with the City of Paterson clerk, that the public notice and advertisements have been published in the Herald News on 11/20/2020 in accordance with the law, and that the copies of such notice and public advertisements are on file in the Planning Board office, as is also the agenda listing the applications to be taken up by the Planning Board at this meeting. This procedure tonight will be in accordance with the rules, regulations, and bylaws as heretofore determined by the Planning Board at its office in the municipal complex in the City of Paterson. Roll call, please. Madam Secretary, roll call, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Fisher?
Here.
Commissioner
Up a little. Okay.
Present.
Commissioner Brooks is absent. Commissioner Savalas is absent. Commissioner Cleves? Present. Commissioner Santana? Commissioner Santana? Okay, I'll get back to her. Commissioner Issa is absent. Commissioner Udine is absent. Commissioner Cook is absent. Councilman Velez?
Present, Madam Secretary, thank you.
You're welcome. Commissioner Santana?
Well, we heard her before. Now she's here.
All right, I will pull her on the line and see if I can get her back on. Commissioner, please reconnect. Thank you. And Chairwoman Northrup.
Here. Okay, in the meantime, I'm going to be reading the public notice pursuant to the Open Public Meeting Act addressing effective coronavirus measures on the next public meeting, consistent with the coronavirus-related restrictions of Executive Order Number 107, given on Saturday, March 21st, 2020, by Governor Philip D. Murphy. The Planning Board of the City of Paterson will not conduct in-person participation of the public at all future meetings until further notice. However, public participation will be available by means of communication equipment pursuant to NJSA 10:4-8, commencing on April 15, 2020. Though there may potentially be a practical need for a limited number of administrative, technical, or other city personnel to be present in or near the council chambers, 3rd floor, City Hall, 155 Market Street, Paterson, New Jersey, in-person participation of the public is prohibited. Nevertheless, for reasons of compliance with the said Executive Order Number 107, public participation will be available by calling 973-321-1579, and I will repeat that number later on. And the meeting ID number is 711-680-0071. Planning Board regular meeting of Wednesday, December 2nd, 2020 at 6:30 p.m. on the date and time that the meeting is scheduled to commence. The public may also participate in the meeting by accessing the website of the City of Paterson, www.patersonnj.gov, and following the email link for the meeting, www.patersonnj.gov/planning board. Tonight we have two applications. One is for 727 East 27th LLC, and the other one is for Eddie Mohammed, located at 312-314 Getty Avenue. We're going to begin this evening with the 727 East 27th LLC, 81-83 Lafayette Street, Block 3017, lots 35 and 36. Mr. Mariconda, are you representing the applicant?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Good evening. I'm Mariconda on behalf of the applicant.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the applicant proposed.
Madam Chair, can we see if Commissioner Santana's on? Are you there?
I don't see, hold on, I thought I just heard her also, but I don't see it. Sorry, I don't see it.
I see her name.
Yeah, she has.
I see her, but she has a mute on there. I don't know what's going on.
That's not me, that's her. She has to hit *6.
So she can hear us.
There she
I hear
is.
her. There she is, okay. Okay, alright. So this evening, the applicant proposes to subdivide the existing 5,000 square foot parcel into two lots. Proposed lot 35.01 is to contain the existing two-family dwelling on a proposed 2,550 square foot lot. Proposed lot 36.01 is to contain a new two-family dwelling with 3 bedrooms in each unit on a proposed 2,450 square foot lot. This proposal is located within the R2 low medium density residential district. Proposed lot 36.01 requests variances for lot area. 5,000 square feet is required and 2,450 square feet is proposed. The lot width is 50 feet required and 24.50 feet is proposed. Combined side yard setback 14 feet is required and 6 feet is proposed. Rear yard setback 20 feet required and 15 feet proposed. Lot coverage 40% permitted and 48.53% proposed, and parking 4 off-street parking spaces required, 3 provided off-street parking, and 1 of the 3 within the required front yard setback. Proposed lot 35.01 requests variances for lot area 5,000 square feet is required and 2,550 square feet is proposed, and the lot width 50 feet is required and 25.50 feet is proposed. The front yard setback, a minimum of 10 feet is required and 5.81 feet existing. Combined side yard setback, 14 feet required and 3.06 feet proposed. Lot coverage, 40% permitted and 43% proposed. And parking, 4 off-street parking spaces required and 0 off-street parking spaces are proposed. Requires minor subdivision approval, site plan approval, and both variances. Mr. Deutsch, would you please give us your review?
Yes, Madam Chairwoman, thank you. Property taxes and sewer charges are paid today. Eliza Farkash, providing address of 285 Wyckoff Avenue, Wyckoff, New Jersey, is the sole stockholder of 727 East 27 LLC. As indicated in the minor subdivision and site plan prepared by GB Engineering and dated October 24th, 2019, the parcel is located on the northern side of Lafayette Street between Summer Street to the west and Mercer Street to the east. The parcel contains a paved driveway on the eastern side of the lot and a 2.5-story frame dwelling on the western side of the lot. A drop curb exists to provide access to the existing macadam driveway. The dwelling appears to have been built in the 1920s and is in average condition according to the tax assessor report. The lots have frontage of 50 feet on Lafayette Street. A rear lot line that also measures 50 feet, and western and eastern side lot lines of 100 feet each. The parcels have total area of 5,000 square feet or 0.12 acres. Lot 35 presently exists as a 25 foot by 100 foot lot. Lot 36 also presently exists as a 20 foot. As both lots are the ownership of the same entity, 727 LLC, they've either been merged into one lot or both lots are within one deed of ownership. A subdivision is required to create the lots containing 2,450 square feet, 2,550 square feet. The applicant proposed to subdivide the existing 5,000 square foot parcel into two lots. Proposed lot 36.01 is to contain a new two-family dwelling with 3 bedrooms, 8 unit, on a 2,450 square foot lot. Proposed lot 35.01 is to contain the existing 2.5 story frame dwelling in a 2,550 square foot lot. Proposed lot 36.01 will have a width of 24.5 feet and depth of 100 feet. Proposed lot 35.01 will have a width of 25.5 feet and depth of 100 feet. Proposed lot 36.01 will have lot area 2,450 square feet, and proposed lot 35.01 will have lot area 2,550 square feet. Each lot requires a lot area variance, as the minimum lot size in the R2 zone is 5,000 square feet. Each proposed lot also requires a variance for lot width, as a minimum lot width of 50 feet is required, and 24 feet of lot width is required. Existing dwelling to remain
Excuse me, Michael, is something wrong with your microphone, because you keep fading in and out a little bit. I think I'm Melinda. Melinda, are you hearing everything?
He keeps fading in and out, yes.
Yeah. Just maybe try to, I don't know, so let's try it again. Go ahead, Mike, go ahead.
Okay. Existing dwelling to remain on proposed lot 35.01 exists at 5.81 feet from the front property line, and the minimum front yard setback is 20 feet. The minimum side yard setback in the R2 zone is the minimum of 14 feet combined setback, and a combined setback of 3.06 feet is proposed, which requires a variance. A lot building coverage of 40% is permitted, and lot building coverage of 43.02% is proposed. 4 off-street parking spaces are required, and 0 off-street parking spaces are proposed. The tax assessment report card indicates that the existing dwelling is a 2-family dwelling with 2 bedrooms each on the first, second, and third floors. Proposed lot 36.01 requires a minimum 14 feet combined side yard setback, and 6 feet of combined side yard setback is proposed. A rear yard setback of 20 feet is required, and 15 feet is proposed. A lot coverage of 40% is permitted, and 48.53% is proposed. 4 off-street parking spaces are required, and 2 off-street parking spaces are provided. Open space of 600 square feet is required, and 370 square feet is provided. The proposed 2-family dwelling on proposed lot 36.01 requires a parking variance, as 4 parking spaces are required. 2 are provided in a tandem arrangement within the first floor garage. 1 is provided within the required front yard setback, and a 4th required off-street parking space is not provided. Proposed lot 36.01 also requires a variance for not providing the required 3-foot grass separation between parking lots and parking 1 vehicle within the front yard setback. The site plan indicates the location of the existing 2-family dwelling to remain and the location of the proposed 2-family dwelling on the proposed lot. A 14-foot curb cut is proposed. Michael Romanek, architect, has prepared a 2-page drawing submittal dated September 1st, 2019. Drawing 1 of 2 indicates the 4 proposed building elevations of the proposed dwelling. The front elevation indicates a 14-step staircase which shall be made from masonry materials, and a landing leading to the second floor front entrances. The first floor indicates the garage door and passage door. Windows are located on the 2nd and 3rd floors. Brick surrounds the doors on the first floor, and vinyl siding is to be placed on the 2nd and 3rd floors front exterior. The rear elevation indicates a single window on the first floor and a deck accessible from a rear first floor staircase and a balcony on the third floor. The rear of the dwelling is to be vinyl sided. On the left side elevation, 3 windows are proposed on the first floor and 7 windows are proposed on the second and third floors. The right side elevation indicates 2 single windows on the first floor and 3 single windows on both the second and third floors. Both sides of the dwelling are to be vinyl sided. Drawing 2 of 2 indicates the floor plans for the 2-unit dwelling that is proposed on lot 36.01. This proposed dwelling is 18 feet 6 inches in width and 65 feet in length. The first floor indicates an entry door on the right side of the garage that leads either stairs to the upper floors or the doors into the 2-car tandem garage or to the open rear recreation room that includes an open laundry area and an enclosed powder room. The utilities are placed behind bifold doors along the right side wall. The second floor indicates a living, dining room, 2 full bathrooms, a kitchen, and 3 bedrooms and stairs to the first floor. Second floor unit has an area of 1,363 square feet, including the first floor recreation room. The third floor indicates a living, dining room, 2 full bathrooms, kitchen, 3 bedrooms. The third floor unit has area of 1,022 square feet. A permit from the Hudson Essex Passaic Soil Erosion Control District is required. All landscaping within the front yard setback shall be kept to a maximum height of 30 inches in order to an adequate vehicular sight distance. It shall be the responsibility of the applicant or the preparer of the plan to obtain a letter from the city engineer indicating that the plans have been satisfactorily reviewed prior to the plans being released to construction. If approved, the applicant shall file a subdivision plan in conformity with the map filing law or a deed clearly described in the approved minor subdivisions. Chairman and Secretary of the Planning Board shall sign the deed. Surrounding land uses. This proposal is located in the Bunker Hill section of the city. The surrounding area is predominantly residential. Lot sizes in the area include 37.5 feet by 100 feet, 50 feet by 100 feet, 25 feet by 100 feet. The applicant estimates at approximately $200,000. As your staff review for this proposal, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you, Mr. Deutsch. Mr. Maraconda?
Yes, thank you. Good evening again, Madam Chair and Commissioners. With respect to this application, we will be calling Mr. Romanek, who will be testifying, as an architect planner, and he will also be testifying on behalf of GB Engineering with respect to the subdivision site plan as well. Mr. Romanek, before I swear you in, I just wanted to indicate, I know you posted your architectural renderings through the IT assistant. Do you have the ability to post GB's plan as well, or will you need assistance on that?
I think it's appearing now. We're viewing it currently, Mr. Maraconda.
I see your architectural GB's plan.
Yes, we're viewing it here. I'm hoping that you're able to see, but you're not.
No, we have architectural posted now, I believe. Okay. Did you want to start with GB, or did you want to do that second?
Well, we can do the architecturals first.
Okay, that's fine. All right. So, Mr. Romanek, sworn Madam Chair.
Yes. You're, okay, there you go.
Please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
State your full name for the record.
Yes, Michael Romanek, Romanik. I have an office at 91 Crooks Avenue in Paterson.
Yes, and we'll accept him as an expert witness. I know he's been before us before. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Commissioners, just I'll briefly indicate before Mr. Romanek begins his testimony, this is a basic minor subdivision to create new quality two-family house, very similar to a couple of the approvals the board has granted in the last couple of months on lot sizes of comparable sizes, most recently on Danforth Avenue. We will be providing parking only for the new two-family house based on the size requirements. Mr. Romanek will detail the parking arrangement in the course of his testimony. This is an opportunity, excuse me, for the applicant to provide, as I said, new housing. His plan, and he'll confirm it in his testimony, is to, once the subdivision, or hopefully the subdivision is granted, he would like to sell this house for someone to have an opportunity for home ownership. This is not a large scale application for multifamily units. It's an application which I think is in the best interest of this site, which is to give someone an opportunity to own a house and have a rental unit to help pay the mortgage. So that's his goal this time if the project is granted approval. The forecast, I'm sorry.
I was just going to ask him, does Mr. Romanek have a video there? I don't see him.
Yes, can you see me now, Madam Chair Lady?
No, I cannot.
Can you see me now?
No?
We don't want to mess up plans. If we can't see you, we'll just hear you, but I would prefer to do both if possible.
Yes. Are you able to see me now?
No. Nope.
Oh, boy. We're seeing ourselves, but.
I'm
able to see him.
What?
I can see him.
I can see him.
Really? I'm looking right at his little square by me. Let me just move down and see if there's another square here for him. No, I don't see him.
Okay.
Okay. So that's okay. We'll just move right along. We're good.
We'll keep working at it.
Go ahead.
In any event, Madam Chair, we will call Mr. Romanek, as I indicated, as an architect planner. He's also fully familiar with the site plan rendering, which will be before you as well. Mr. Romanek, can you give us an overview of the site, and then you can reference your architectural renderings as well?
Yes, Mr. Maritani, I think you can see me at this point. Can you see the drawing?
The drawing?
Yes, I see the drawing, yes.
All right, well, I think, Madam Chair Lady, as you described, and also Mr. Deutsch, quite well what we are proposing with respect to the existing 50 by 100 foot lot. It's approximately 261 feet, actually east of Summer Street, and there's an existing two-family house which is located towards the right side of the subject lot itself. It's located on the north side of Lafayette Street. Again, as you had initially indicated, Mr. Deutsch's report quite accurately described what we are proposing. What we will be proposing, in fact, in the subdivision, is that the existing two-family house will be located on the right portion of the 50 by 100 foot lot that we are subdividing, which is known as 83 Lafayette Street. That is also known as the existing lot 35. The proposed lot, where the two-family house is being proposed, is known as lot 36, and also number 81 Lafayette Street. We are also looking at the Lafayette Street proposed condition drawing, commissioners, and there we have the existing structure, again, which is located towards the right side of the lot itself. In the proposed two-family dwelling, which is a three-story structure, we have two-car garage on the ground floor, which would be tandem parking, as well as the parking space in the driveway itself. That subject proposed lot is 24.5 feet in width, and the existing house will be located on a lot that's 25.5 feet. We are proposing a 3-foot setback for the proposed structure, as well as also providing a setback, obviously, for the existing structure on the east side of the existing structure itself. Commissioners, now, if we're looking at the architectural drawings, which I think we were able to put up as well, you'll see the actual structure itself. The structure itself is 18 feet, 6 inches wide, and again, having a 3-foot setback on the east side and west side. As I indicated, there's a 2-car garage which would provide tandem parking as well as the driveway in the front. It's a 3-story structure. Looking at some of the drawings we have on the second floor, which would be the 3-bedroom apartment that contains approximately 1,100 square feet.
Mr. Romanek, I don't mean to interrupt you, but can you put that portion of your plan up? The interior rendering?
The architectural?
Yeah, all we see is a front, all we got is a front and right side elevation. Maybe scroll it up.
Okay. Yeah, let's see if we can get the floor plan on there.
Yeah, we need that.
Yes, we are. going to look at the upper plan.
Is that coming from IT or your office?
It's coming from my office. Yeah, for some reason, we view certain things and it seems like it's not being transmitted for some reason. Let's see what we can do.
Is IT available to get the full plans up?
We're trying now.
No, IT on the city end.
Oh, okay, now, do you see the elevations?
Just the elevations, that's it.
Okay, we're going to scroll and here's the floor plans. It's essentially on one sheet there. I don't know if you can see the floor plans now as well.
I can't, I don't know about anyone else. Can anyone see the floor plans?
No, I can see them because I have the plans that were sent to me from Madam Secretary. I can see them, but to be honest with you, no. What we're looking at right now on the screen is just the right side elevation and front elevation.
Maggie, is IT able to post the plan?
I'm waiting for you to finish your conversation. I don't want to be rude. They're right next to me. Just bear with me 2 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, the drawings are in one file, so
Yeah, I can see that.
The drawings are in one file.
Yeah, I can see that, but that's on my end. I mean, I'm not looking, on the screen I'm looking at right now that you just posted, we can't see the rest of it for some reason.
Okay,
They're gonna try to do it on our end.
Can I proceed with a couple other questions, Madam Chair, while we're working on it?
Yes, please, go ahead.
Thanks.
Yep.
Mr. Romanek, with regard to the subdivision plan, which hopefully IT will post as well, there's a slight deviation in the dimensions, right? One a little over 2,500, one a little under. Could you explain, was that necessitated by building design or driveway or?
Now I can see Mr. Romanek.
Right.
yes, the existing house on the subdivided lot will be, in fact, 25.5 feet. That is needed to provide the 3-foot setback on the west side of the existing structure.
Right.
Because of the existing setback from the house to the lot, it's approximately 27.6 feet. So we have to accommodate setbacks on each side of the proposed house, which would be 6 feet on the west side, or totally 6 feet. There'd be a 3-foot setback on the west side, 3-foot setback on the east side, which essentially left the proposed lot as 24.5 feet. And that's why we're proposing the structure, which is 18.5 feet. So it's the 18.5 plus the 3 feet on the left side, 3 feet on the right side, and that totals to 24.5 feet. And so it is 24.5 feet for the proposed lot.
So it was necessitated by the required building design and setback requirement, correct?
Yes, in order to have window depth of at least 3 feet on each side, and that's.
And it is a very minor differentiation, right?
Yes.
Okay, I think your floor plan and your parking plan is up now.
Okay, you do have the parking plan, okay, that's good.
We have your driveway, we think we have some, can you see what's posted?
No, I can't see, no. I can't see what post, I have the drawings, obviously, but.
Alright, so you can tell what's posted now is on the left side of the rendering posted is your 2-car garage. Your 2-car parking tandem, excuse me. So if you could work from there over, that would be great.
Okay, we're talking about on the proposed conditions map, the GB map?
I think this is yours.
Okay, alright,
No.
okay, looking at the floor plans, we're looking at the floor plans, is that correct?
Correct.
Is that sheet number 2 of 2, then, okay. So we do have the 2-car garage, we have parking behind them, and behind that we do have a recreation space, which is approximately 400 square feet, which would be used in conjunction with the second floor. So the second floor of the space behind the garage would be used as one dwelling unit. That comprises approximately 1,363 square feet, which meets the minimum floor area for a 3-bedroom apartment, which is 1,100 square feet. Now, to the far right, which is the third floor plan, is the other third floor, which is basically also a 3-bedroom apartment, and the total square footage for that is 1,186 square feet, and we do satisfy the minimum floor area for a 3-bedroom apartment. As you can see on that third floor as well, there's a balcony in the back. There's a deck also on the back of the second floor apartment, so that would be accommodating. And there's also an interior access. Actually, if you're on the second floor apartment, the lower apartment, you do have an interior.
Hello? Mike? Mike, we lost you.
Okay, Madam Secretary, can you see if we can get, Mr. Romanek back on the phone?
Yes, ma'am.
Back on the screen rather? I don't know what happened.
Mr. Romanek, if you can hear me, please reconnect again. Thank you.
Mr. Maricondo, is Mr. Romanek your only witness on this tonight?
Just the applicant to confirm the testimony, that's it. He is with Mr. Romanek, however.
Okay, that's fine. I just want to know so I know how to handle this tonight, that's all.
No, I understand, I really apologize.
No worries.
Madam Chair, is it possible to give the address of the project again, please?
The address is 81-83 Lafayette Street.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we lost you there. Everybody can hear each other, but we cannot hear you. Can you try and reconnect? Okay. 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 He's trying to reconnect, Madam Chair. Maggie, would you like the IT gentleman to have Mike's phone number?
They're working on it.
I mean, do you want Mike's phone number?
Text it to me, thank you.
Okay. It's his office number.
All right, everybody just sit tight till we try to get Mr. Romanek back on the line.
I think I'm in again. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, we can.
For some reason it seems to fade out. We seem to have the video and audio working on this end.
Yeah, I'm back to, I can't see you again.
Oh boy.
It doesn't matter, don't worry about that, let's just go on with the testimony.
Let's go on. Okay, Mike, we'll proceed then.
All right. So anyway, I think I described the floor plans as I said with respect to what we're proposing on the subdivided vacant lot.
Right.
Existing two-family dwelling will remain as is. There's no changes or additions with respect to that. So we're requesting, obviously, approval for the subdivision as well as the proposed structure, two-family house, three-story structure on the subdivided vacant lot. The area is comprised of essentially two and one family homes as well as three family structures, as Mr. Deutsch indicated. So we think this would be consistent with the existing land use in the area, and we're simply making that request. It would be an added addition. Currently, it would be an improvement to the general area as far as having new housing in the area. So we feel that this is certainly a benefit, and it would be consistent. We are providing the parking with respect to the proposed structure, again, with two-car tandem parking within the garage as well as the parking space outside in the driveway.
Okay, Mr. O'Malley, could you describe again for us the area behind the parking area that's accessible from the first unit? What is contained therein?
Yes, it is a recreation room, which is about 600 square feet. As you can see on, well, sheet number 2, the diagram to the far left, you'll see the diagram of two cars. That's the tandem parking. The area behind is a recreation area, which is about 400 square feet, and that has a direct connection to the second floor apartment. So the users of the second floor, which most likely would be the owners of the structure, would have direct access to the recreation room. And as I said, it's over 1,300 square feet, so we certainly do meet the minimum floor area requirement.
Okay, now there's no kitchens or baths or anything in that area?
Well, we do have a half a bath there with a laundry.
Just a half bath. The half bath only, right?
That's all we have, yeah. I mean, it's certainly just Americana if that's an issue. That can be eliminated, but it's going to be for the convenience of, again, on the lower level, which would be in the recreation room, but certainly.
But there's not going to be a full shower, baths, or anything of that nature.
No, that would be used by the owners, again, assuming that they're going to be on the second floor, as well as the washer dryer, which is also shown next to the half a bath.
So both residents will have access to the laundry?
That is correct. There's no exterior doors in the rear that have a direct connection to that recreation room. So you cannot gain access from the rear yard.
Okay, we wanted to be sure of that, and we will definitely state for the record that we would accept a deed restriction for a two-family. I know the applicant will confirm that as well.
Yes, confirm that.
With regard to the GB subdivision, you described it's a very clean subdivision line, but if it can be posted, just for the board to see it, I don't know if you have the ability to do that. Do you have the PDF version of it, or?
Yes, I do, but again, we see it keeps on fading. We'll try again. It keeps on fading out for some reason.
Madam Chair, we can have, try to get IT to post the subdivision map. It's very straightforward, if you wish, because he's having trouble posting it.
Well,
I'm working on it. One moment.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Maracanda,
Yeah.
can you do me a favor and not cut in when he's speaking? You keep saying yes, no, and in between.
Okay.
Madam Chair?
Yes?
Madam Chair? Meanwhile, they looking for that, can you instruct the commissioner, to Google Map the address, and they could have a clear idea what they look at?
They don't know how to Google, if they want to.
I don't know, we just wanna help.
Yeah, no, they can Google if they want to, and they just heard you, so if they want to do that, they will. They will. Thank you.
Madam Chair, I have one other question for Mr. Romanek, if I may?
Go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Romanek, you cited this area of Lafayette Street in terms of its intersecting streets. This is in fact fairly close to the redevelopment zone too, is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Alright, so we have an area which is hopefully moving in the right direction. In fact, we're seeing this type of subdivision and new development in other parts of this immediate neighborhood as well?
Yes, as a matter of fact, yes, all the redevelopment areas do allow two-family homes on 25 by 100 foot lots. And this essentially, again, it's a 50 by 100 foot lot. And each lot is now 25 by 100. Again, one is 25.5 feet and the other's 24.5 feet in width.
But this is an area
For the purposes of having the windows, and meeting code requirements.
I understand. Okay, okay, if we can get the GB plan up, we won't need much testimony on it.
There's definitely something wrong because my picture keeps freezing, I keep losing Mr. Romanek, things are going in and out, now I'm frozen again, Michael's frozen again. But we'll do the best we can under the virtual circumstances. Okay, I believe this might be it.
I can't recognize it at this point.
I can't either.
Mike, can you help us with this? It looks like part of it, but.
Your screen is frozen, as a matter of fact. I see you, Al, you're frozen.
Alright. I think Maggie's trying to share it now, so let's see what happens.
Michael, one other follow-up question.
Yeah.
Michael Deutsch's report indicates that these are two independent tax lots, and you can verify that as well, right?
Yes, based on my conversation with the owner initially when we started the project, that is correct.
And these plans reflect that there are two lots on these properties. These properties are contained on two independent tax lots.
Yes, that is correct. Yes, you can see the subdivision map now on the monitor. As a matter of fact, it will be an independent drainage system for the proposed house. So we'll not be taxing the existing, utility lines in the street. So that will pick up all the drainage from the roof as well as the surface drainage as well for the proposed structure.
Okay, if you could reference, they just had it zoomed in for a moment there. But the tax map indicates the lot size, which is comparable to the surrounding area. And here comes the subdivision map, hopefully.
Yes, in the upper left-hand corner of the sheet.
Got it.
Now we have a frontal of the subdivision map.
Yes, that is correct.
And that's in accordance with your testimony?
That is correct.
Detail? Okay.
That is correct. Here's the key map.
Yep.
Yeah, as well, and you can see many of the sites are comparable to what we are proposing as far as the 25 by 100 foot size.
And there's no common driveway easement, it's a very clean subdivision line, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, unless you have anything to add on the subdivision map, I would think that would conclude your testimony?
No, that covers it. Those diagrams essentially show the entire lot. It shows the subdivision. It also shows the siting of the proposed house as well as the existing house, the drainage system and so on. So there's nothing more to add.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Mariconda, his testimony was both for the subdivision and for the site plan, correct?
Architectural subdivision and planning, yes.
Okay, so at this time, I'm going to open it up to the public for questions. See if anyone in the public has any questions. Let me get the phone number. Alright, so if anyone in the public has any questions of Mr. Romanek based on his testimony, I'm not taking any comments now. I'm asking for, if you have any questions of Mr. Romanek, to please call in at 973-321-1579, and the meeting ID number is 711-680-0071, and I will give it 2 minutes for call-ins, 3 minutes for questions. Thank you. Madam Secretary, can we go back to the, thank you.
Commissioner and Chairwoman Northrop, the number has changed. A meeting number is 711-680-001.
Hold on.
711.
Yes.
711-680-001, but the phone number stays the same. Thank you.
All right. Hopefully anyone in the public, they heard that already. That was 001 on the end, Madam Secretary? Madam Secretary, was that 711-680-001?
0001?
Yes, that's it, 001.
Okay, thank you. Okay, got it.
We have no callers at this time, Madam Chair.
Okay, so at this point, I'm gonna open it up to the commissioners. Any commissioner have any questions of Mr. Romanek?
Madam Chair.
Yes, Commissioner Velez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'm gonna probably go be quick, today. Mr. Romanek, thank you for coming in front of us. Councilman Velez for the board and representing the city council at this time.
Councilman, thank you.
Mr. Romanek, I was looking at the property, 81-83, I believe it is, Lafayette.
Yes.
Correct. So you're telling me that the property that in question next to the three-family house, the base house next to it is not going to be touched. It's going to be intact. It's going to be the same house. 82, right?
Yes, Councilman, it's gonna be the same. There are no additions, no changes to the existing house.
Correct. You are aware that the lot that you question 81 Lafayette, even that is a different tax block and number, is the driveway and it was the parking for that three-family house. Are you aware of that?
Well, I did speak to the owner about that, and I understand what you're saying. That yeah, it's vacant for that. I guess they use it as possibly parking. I'm not sure. I drove by a couple times. I didn't see, but obviously, Councilman, if you're stating that, certainly shows that the town parking area. It's a driveway.
Correct. It's a driveway and it's very cut. It's cut by the legally to do a driveway through the property. So that's the driveway of 82. So even though that's 82 Lafayette, even that is a driveway for tax purpose, is still one property, only one deed on it. Correct, right?
Well, it's right now. It's a 50 by 100 foot lot now. I think the owner had indicated that there are two tax lots. Is that the owner is here? He's shaking his head. Yes.
No,
That's
that's part of our testimony on the record, is two independent tax lots.
Okay, but it's two independent tax lot, but it's only one deed of the property, correct?
Correct, that's why we're here. Yep.
That happens. I have a lot of properties that are double address. They only have one deed, and that don't mean that it's necessary is a lot that used to be a house here or whatever. Is it? I presume is the driveway is the common area for the three-family house that you have there that you say is not going to be touched. I don't know. It's my question here regarding where the three-family house next to it and 82 is going to park now if you remove the parking for that.
First of all, if I may, Councilman, it's a two-family, it's a three-story building, but two-family residence where the upper floor combines with the second and third floor. But we...
Mr. Maniconda, if you look at the property, it has 4 meters. One for the house and 3 meters for each floor. 1 meter for each floor. So the house has 4 meters. So it's a three-family house, okay? Is a three-family house, all right? The meters were not wide, okay? You don't need 4 meters for a two-family house. When you have 4 meters in the property, you tell me that the house has 1 general meter for the entire common area of the house and 3 meters for each floor, 1 meter for each floor. That is a three-family house as we speak now. And the parking, okay, the parking and the barbecue area and the nice beautiful chairs, was in the proposed lot that you wanted to subdivide. So, you know, picture to speak by itself. Is a driveway and parking for that three-family property house. I don't know what to say, but good luck on that. I just want to say that.
Well, just for the record, my client acquired it as a two-family. There are multiple meters, I agree. It uses one for the common usage, and he's indicated to me the second and third floor occupancy is based on one family using 2 floors at the present time. But it appears, I understand your point, that it appears to be three-family from that perspective. I know.
Mr. Attorney, and based on my question is, and based on the current cut and the paved lot, okay, it is an indication that it was the driveway and parking for the resident on that 82 Lafayette.
We acknowledge that the driveway presently, yes, yeah.
Correct. So if it was an empty lot, right, and it was different deed, I understand. But I'm looking at the whole picture here, and I understand about regarding a double address, or not. A double address was concerning about addresses in the past, but that don't mean that it's a separate lot. Regarding this. That's why you're coming forward for in the lot, because it's all the lot and I understand what you want to now, is this has a different block and number lot? It does have the block and number different?
Yes,
Two different lot numbers, 35 and 36.
that's right, 2 different lot numbers.
Okay. And the deed says it's a driveway, right?
The deed doesn't refer to the specifics of a driveway normally, and it does not in this case. It just gives a legal description of the entire 50-foot by 100 parcel. But the survey indicates that we acknowledge that this was a vacant paved area for parking.
How many parking is required on this?
Well, as Mr. Organic referred to in his testimony, and Mr. Deutscher also talked about in the report, we're providing with the tandem space in the front setback, 3 of the 4 spaces for the new residents, but we acknowledge that the remaining house would not be able to have parking on site as a result.
Okay, so we cannot address one thing and address the other one. So I'm concerned that we push it out individuals that are normally regular parking and push them out because you want to create parking for the new tenants. And this is an uphill, downhill road. Lafayette is a busy street. Is a well congested traffic area. So that's it. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Okay, all right, thank you. All right, so, any other commissioners have any questions of Mr. Romanek?
I just have a question.
Yeah, who's that? Commissioner Ahmed?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Looking at this house, I think this is a 3-family house. It has three meters. Also, on the third floor, you can clearly see there is a air conditioner, and I think also what do you call it? Fire thing there. So it's clearly it's a 3-family house, and just because they have 2 different lots, it doesn't mean that you're gonna take those parking away from the previous tenants or owners and make new house and have for others parking. It's a good idea. So I don't think how it's gonna work out. I clearly don't think this is a good idea because it's not enough parking, plus it's going to be too congested. Just want to make that comment.
Any other commissioners, any other questions?
Madam Chair, this is Commissioner Cleese. I have a question.
Yes, go right ahead, please.
The parking lot that is in question, does it belong to the house where there are residents living already, or were they using that as a courtesy?
It's being utilized by the residents of the existing home as an arrangement with the current owner, Mr. Farkas, yes.
Okay, but now he's deciding he wants to build on it.
That's the application we're seeking tonight, yes.
Okay, thank you. Just need some clarification.
Okay. Any other commissioners, any questions?
Yes.
Is that Commissioner Fisher?
Yes.
Yes, go right ahead, please.
Question is, I heard that, I'm not sure if it was the applicant or the architect that had a conversation with the neighbors. Who was that?
It was not the architect, this is Mike Romanek. I didn't have a conversation with neighbors, no.
We did not refer to that at all, I don't believe.
Well, no, someone said they spoke to the neighbor about the driveway. Who said that?
I don't think so. That may have been misunderstood.
So no one spoke to the next door neighbor about the driveway, right?
The neighbor outside of our property, no.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay, any other commissioners? Okay, hearing none. Mr. Maricona, do you want to call the owner of the property?
Yes, if I may have a 2-minute break before I call him out, I'll be very...
Yes, go right ahead. Okay, everybody hold for 2 minutes. Mute your mics.
Thank you.
Mr. Fisher,
Yes, sir.
aren't they supposed to receive letter from, within the 200 feet, area, like if there is any building or house built?
That's why I kind of remember him saying, when Mr. Velez, when Councilman Velez was, he said something about,
You're on the record, both of you.
yeah, that's fine. That he said that he spoke to initiate the conversation with the next door neighbor about the driveway. I kind of remember that in our.
I remember saying that.
Kind of really don't.
Can Michael Deutsch can answer this? Aren't they supposed to receive letters within the 200 feet?
Mr. Deutsch?
Yes, the 200-foot list is with the letters go to the property owners. So if the occupant of this house is not the property owner, they wouldn't have received the letter.
Madam Chair, I'm back on. Thank you for that opportunity.
Okay.
I did hear a discussion during the course of the break. Everyone, of course, that was on our 200-foot radius was notified. So I don't know if there's an issue in that regard, but what we'd like to do, I've spoken to the applicant and my experts, we'd like to see if this matter could be carried with the giving consideration to a modification of this plan. I do know that Mr. Deutsch has only one matter listed for the 16th. I wonder if we could carry it for 2 weeks, if that would be permitted, with the possibility of modifying it very quickly.
Mr. Deutsch?
Well, the application in 2 weeks is for reconstruction of a power gas station on corner of Madison Street and 21st Avenue.
Right.
The mechanical garage is being removed, a convenience store is going to replace it, the single gas pump is going to be replaced with 2 gas pumps and a canopy, and I don't know how much time that application is going to take.
Understood. I just wanted to ask if that was possible. That was all. Yeah.
Is there another night, another time, another special meeting, another something that we can fit it in, or should we just maybe do it in January? I don't know, but I think you're right, Mr. Deutsch, that sounds like it's gonna be a while.
Okay. Madam Chair, is it possible for us to carry this matter with council consent as well, without date at this point, with the understanding that if the applicant comes back with a modified plan, we would re-notify for a future date to be determined?
Mr. Aquaviva?
To do that, obviously.
Can you, go ahead.
We could do that, but I guess that begs the question, if we get a waiver on the record, we don't really know when we're coming back, so it would have to be
Right.
an indefinite, if you will, dual waiver, within the time period.
Yeah, I don't have no problem waiving statutory requirements until the matter is if one matter is relisted. I would ask respectfully if we could carry it without date. I don't want to clog up the January agenda necessarily if Mr. Deutsch feels 2 weeks is not realistic. So I'd like to, with the understanding that any modified plan would actually be re-notified. So I would have no problem with that. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Deutsch, I don't know what the calendar is looking like these days. I'm okay with that, but I would be more comfortable if you did assign a date for it, and obviously as we got.
Well, my concern, Mr. Aquaviva, is that if it's carried to December 16th, and how will this just how the board would, if we hear it, if we hear it first and it takes over an hour,
Well,
then I'm not sure
I can see that point. We're not gonna do it the 16th.
we're not gonna do it the 16th, he said, no, not the 16th.
then we're carrying it into January.
Madam Chair?
I'm sorry, what?
Madam Chair, may I say something, please?
I'd like to continue the discussion with council.
Requirement, Mr. Aquaviva, well, it's too late, the ad went in the paper already, just update on.
True.
We're not talking, well,
We're talking about the 16th.
First of all, I didn't say anything about December 16th.
No.
I've already concluded that it's not gonna be heard on December 16th. What I'm saying is I would be more comfortable in Mr. Maricon giving a waiver if we would have a date in the near future that Mr. Deutsch is comfortable with, that we could schedule this matter for. That's all I'm saying.
I believe
December 16th is December 16th is out of the question.
our January meeting dates are the 6th and the 20th.
Okay.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I thought Mr. Maricon said that he just would like to carry it and know that we would hear it at some point. Am I correct, Mr. Maricon?
My thought was to carry it without date, stipulate statutory time requirements, and then get back to the board when we were ready to reschedule. But if Mr. Deutsch, for calendaring purposes, which you said date is January, it will notify him right away, very quickly, if we're not going to be available on that date, because I certainly don't want to waste a precious scheduling date for any other item that could be scheduled.
Maybe I misunderstood, because I thought Mr. Aquaviva said he didn't want to make it an open-ended date.
Yes, that's correct, but I think what Mr. Maricon is saying is that he's going to notify.
Yeah, I would be willing to be notified once we arrive upon a revised plan and respectfully ask the board for a new date. But if you want to give it a calendar date now, I'm okay. And I will clearly tell you this evening, I will not waste that spot on the agenda. If we're not ready, I will tell Mr. Deutsch way ahead of time.
Mr. Deutsch, I'll defer to you on this one. I mean,
Either way, it's fine with me.
if we have a waiver on the record, I'm okay with it. And if you're comfortable with just carrying this to, an indefinite date to be determined, then I'm fine with it.
I mean, I
what is the reason for, this is, plans don't come much simpler than this. I don't understand.
I think that the whole problem here is they're worried about the original house not having any parking. There's some issues about the subdivision, and I think that the whole thing is, I think they'd like to go back and reconfigure it. So that's why they're asking for it to be pushed out.
January 20th.
I'm certainly okay with that, and again, statutory prime requirements are waived, and Mr. Joyce knows that I will notify him right away. If not, it's not a realistic date, because we need every date to be, carry as many cases as possible to be heard. We understand that.
Okay, so do we need a motion on this?
Yeah.
We don't need a motion on it.
No, okay, so we're good to go. Okay, we're good to go. You will notify, on the record, you will notify Mr. Deutsch if you're not ready for that date, so we can schedule somebody else in enough time for the advertising and everything else we have to do, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. All right, then let's move on.
Madam Chair,
Yes.
we're following up with Commissioner Marfish. I think the advice of the 200, the proposed construction, the residence and is that?
I don't understand your question.
Okay, I'm sorry. Do they going to send letters to the residents around?
No, what they do is that they send letters to the owners of the property, so the owners will receive the letter.
Correct, the owners are next to the properties.
Yes, the surrounding area, of course, that's what we always do, that's what they're gonna do. Okay,
We're not gonna re-notify for January 20th.
they're not already notified, they've already been notified, that's what I'm saying. Okay, we're done, let's move on, thank you very much. Somebody's gotta take their plans down. Please take your plans down, okay, and then we can move on to the next application.
Thank you, Madam
I
Chair.
will remove the plans, but in the
Yes.
meantime, I'd like to, do one resolution. I do have, Commissioner Savalos on the line. I do need him to vote on this application.
Okay, good enough, let's do it.
Thank you.
Who's reading it in, to the record, Al?
I am, Madam Chair. This is on, just trying to bring it up, I'm sorry, I have to look at my word. Excuse me 1 second. This is on the application of 510 Oakland LLC and JTM Investments Group for the property located at 90-92 Coral Street, lot 608, lot 26. The property is located in the RE2 zone of the First Ward Redevelopment Plan. The board considered this matter at its regular meetings of August 12th, August 12th, June 8th, postponed from June 3rd, September 16th was the final hearing date. The applicant was seeking, it is a site of vacant structures, and the applicant sought site plan approvals and both variances to construct a new 3-story residential building with a total of 23 units. The matter was heard, as I said, at the September 16th meeting, which was the final appearance, and where the board voted to approve the application. Do I have a motion? Hello? Can you hear me?
We need a first motion, commissioners?
Maggie, can they hear me? Can they
Yes.
hear me? Okay.
Yes, they're just not answering.
Maggie, why don't you tell them which commissioners are eligible?
The commissioners that need to vote are, first we have to put on the record that Commissioner Savalos is present. Are you there, sir? Commissioner Savalos?
Present. Present.
Okay, thank you, and, yeah, work like this, it's too much. And Chairwoman Northrop, those are the only two that can vote. So, can I have a first motion, please?
So moved.
Thank you, second? Chairwoman Northrop?
You're muted, Jan.
I was frozen, so I'm sorry. Yes, I second it.
Thank you. Roll call is Commissioner Savalos
Yes.
and Chairwoman Northrop.
Yes.
This resolution has been adopted. Thank you, Commissioner Savalos. He has now left the meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. So, right now, then we'll begin, the next, application. It is for, are you, Melinda, are you ready?
Yeah,
I'm sorry?
I'm ready.
Okay, good. Alright, so the applicant is Eddie Muhammad, 641 Brooklyn Lane, Paterson. Property is located at 312-314 Getty Avenue, lot 6708, lot 3. Mr. Maricondo, are you representing them?
I am representing the applicant on Americana 726 Market Street, Paterson.
Okay, thank you. This is an R3 high medium density residential district, and the applicant proposes to construct a 3-story, 5-unit residential building on a lot now or formerly containing a 2.5-story frame dwelling used as a multiple unit building. The lot contains area of 5,000 square feet and is located on the western side of Getty Avenue between Thomas Street and George Street. First floor proposes parking for 6 vehicles and a 2-bedroom unit. The second and third floors propose a 2-bedroom units, two 2-bedroom units on each floor. A basement with utilities, storage, a refuge area and a laundry is also proposed. Variances are requested for lot area, 8,250 square feet is required and 5,000 square feet is provided. Minimum lot width as 80 feet is required and 50 feet exists. A 25-foot rear yard setback is required and 10 feet is proposed. Maximum lot coverage as 40% is permitted and 47% is proposed. Open space, 1,250 square feet is required and 900 square feet proposed. And parking, 10 spaces are required and 6 spaces are proposed. This proposal is located within the R-3 medium high density residential district, and it requires site plan approval and bulk variances. Mr. Deutsch, would you give us your review, please?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Property taxes and sewer charges are current. As indicated on the survey prepared by GB Engineering dated October 8th, 2019, the parcel has frontage of 50 feet along Getty Avenue, a rear lot line that also measures 50 feet, and northern and southern lot lines that measure 100 feet each. The site has an area of 5,000 square feet or 0.12 acres. The site is located on the western side of Getty Avenue between Thomas Street to the north and George Street to the south. A 2.5-story frame dwelling exists on the northern side of the lot, and a macadam driveway exists on the southern side of the lot. 2.5-story residential structures are located on either side of this proposal. The last and our present use of the site in question was as a multiple-unit residential dwelling. Evans Architects has prepared a 3-page site plan revised February 6, 2020. Sheet number S1 is the proposed site plan and indicates a wall detail, a concrete sidewalk, and concrete curb vertical detail, a zoning map, a tax map indicating the property in question, the seepage pit detail, the zoning ordinance data, and the proposed site plan. The R3 high medium density residential district permits 5 family dwellings. Each dwelling unit must have 1,650 square feet of lot area. The applicant's proposal for a 7-unit dwelling requires 5 times 1,650 or 8,250 square feet of lot area. As the lot is 5,000 square feet of lot area, a variance is site plan indicates that this proposed building is cantilevered above 3 of the proposed 6 off-street parking spaces, which includes 1 handicap parking. The building is set back 35 feet from the front property line, 10 feet from the rear property line, 5 feet from the southern side property line, and 9 feet from the northern side property line. A 24-foot depressed curb cut provides access into the property. The parking lot is 24 feet in width, and the parking spaces are 9 feet in width and 18 feet in length. Sheet number S2 is the site plan with soil erosion details and notes. A permit is required for the Hudson Essex Passaic Soil Conservation Service prior to final approval. Sheet number A1 are the floor plans and elevation plans. The building has a first floor footprint of 31 feet and 6 inches in length by 36 feet in width. The basement plan indicates a stairway, a laundry room, a refuse area, 2 storage areas, and 2 utility rooms. The first floor plan indicates a stairwell and a 2-bedroom unit of 913 square feet, which includes a living room, kitchen, dining area, a mechanical closet, and a full bathroom. Access into the building is from the midpoint of the southern side of the building. 1 stairwell and no elevator is proposed. No mailbox or package delivery area is indicated. Second and third floor plans are identical in layout. Each floor contains 2 two-bedroom units, which consist of 913 square feet each. There are a total of 5 units in the building. Each unit contains a full bathroom, a kitchen, a living and dining area, and a utility closet. The elevations for 3 sides of the building are provided. The front elevation indicates parking partially located beneath the building. A first floor brick facade, second and third floor vinyl exterior, and a decorative A-frame roof. Triple and double windows were located on both the second and third floors. The rear elevation indicates triple and double windows on all 3 floors surrounded by vinyl siding. The left side elevation, which is the building's southern side, indicates the parking beneath the building's entrance, and single windows on the building's first, second, and third floor. The right side elevation, which is the building's northern side, has not been provided. The building has a height of approximately 35 feet. Variances are requested for lot area, 8,250 square feet required and 5,000 square feet provided. Minimum lot width is 80 feet is required and 50 feet exists. A 25-foot rear yard setback is required and 10 feet is proposed. Maximum lot coverage is 40% is permitted and 47% is proposed. Open space, 1,250 square feet required and 900 square feet proposed, and parking, 10 spaces required and 6 spaces proposed. Shall be the responsibility of the applicant and or preparer of the plan to obtain a letter from the city engineer indicating the plans have been satisfactorily reviewed prior to the plans being released to the construction official. Surrounding land uses. This proposal is in the South Paterson section of the city. The area is composed primarily of 2-family and multi-family dwellings in the 2.5-story to 3-story height range. In conclusion, the applicant estimates the approximate cost of this proposal at approximately $500,000. So that's your staff review for this proposal, Madam Chairwoman.
Thank you, Mr. Deutsch. Mr. Maricondo?
Yes, again, we're ready to proceed, Madam Chair, thank you.
Let me ask you, this evening, besides, Matt, Evans, who else are you calling?
Just the applicant, that's it.
Okay, good, then I'll hear both before I bring it out to the public. So, all right, Mr. Evans, if you sworn in.
Okay. Please, you swear affirm testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
State your full name for the record.
Matthew Evans, architect planner, 470 Chamberlain Ave, Paterson, New Jersey.
And we recognize Mr. Evans as an expert witness. He's been before us many times. Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. Mr. Evans, obviously you've heard Mr. Deutsch's report this evening, is that correct?
Yes.
And this proposal on Getty Avenue is in the R3 high medium density area.
Yes.
And that does limit the number of units, 5 in particular that we're seeking.
Yes.
In fact, we've modified these plans and worked with the planning staff to bring it into what we think is a positive development.
Yeah, we reduced it and brought it down to 5 units and similar to other applications we've done in the past.
So this R3 area, though not specifically right in the same area as other 5-unit developments, it's a very comparable project to other projects this board has approved for 5 units in the R3 area.
Yes, we did one in the neighborhood
Bloomfield Avenue, a couple years ago was approved. This is, that was a corner lot, this is an interior lot, but, still has ample parking and, the same configuration that we proposed.
Okay, before you cover the variances that Mr. Deutsch discussed, could you give us an overview of how the building's gonna be designed, exterior and interior?
Okay, basically we have a 3-story building, partial first floor, which has a handicap, 2-bedroom unit, and then we have 2-bedroom units above, 2 on each floor, and that would cantilever over the, handicap parking in one of the other parking spaces. So it would be, parking underneath the building and also surface parking in the front. Basically, you know, we have an adequate light near around the perimeter of the building, the rear, sides, and front, and basically one curb cut access.
Can I, excuse me, can I ask you to post,
Post which one?
all I see is the front, like just where you have the, showing where the property is, but yeah,
Alright, you wanna see, alright, so that's sheet S1,
yeah,
this is sheet S2, then.
right, yeah, okay,
These are floor layouts.
yeah.
Okay, this gives you a better idea of what's going on. The front elevation shows the front with parking below and in front of the building. We have a gable roof, double gable, and we broke up the facade to give it a little bit more dimension. We have the access on the side elevation showing the roof and the main entrance to the apartments, which has a central stair which accesses all the units. And then we have the rear elevation, which is a little more simple, with siding and a small roof at the gable end. And we showed the floor plan. So the ground floor plan, as I mentioned, is you enter into the stairwell and then into the 2-bedroom apartment, which is in the rear. We have a large walk-in closet for the and a large handicap bath. And then all the open kitchen and living room plan. Basically, we carry that through up to the 2nd and 3rd floor, and then we mirror that to the front, so it's similar design for all the apartments. So that would be, all 5 apartments would be similar in the same scale and square footage. And then we have the basement plan, which has storage, laundry, sprinkler room, refuse area, recycling, and storage that could be used for package storage for tenants, and other storage areas that they could have seasonal items and other things. The perimeter of the building has the green area, green space, and open space, as I mentioned before.
Your open space calculation is obviously slightly deficient, but we've got 900 square feet, right?
Yeah, with 900, we're 1250 is the calculation, so we're close. We're a little under 350 square feet.
And we're in full compliance with building height and building number of stories in the R3 zone?
Yeah, density, height, stories are all in compliance. The parking spaces, we need 10 spaces, we're providing 6 spaces, so it'd be basically 1 space for every apartment with also an additional handicap space, so at least everyone would have a dedicated parking spot.
And Getty Ave is an area that has transit, some public transportation as well?
Yes, it's near Main Street and a block away from Main Street, so there's
What's our intersecting streets here on Getty?
we're between George and Thomas.
Right, so that's a walking business area, pretty in close proximity as well.
Yeah, once you get to Main Street, it's, as you know, it's very active.
Right. So then, the variances that we still remain with are the lot size, which is a typical lot size in that area, fair to say?
Yes, there's some smaller lots, but this one is 50 by 100, and it's in between some of the smaller ones and the larger ones.
And Mr. Deutsch indicated that this area does contain multifamily dwellings.
Yes.
You're in agreement with that?
Agreed.
Right. Okay. Anything else about your design that you wish to add? I think you covered essentially the architectural and the planning testimony sort of in a combined manner here. You feel that this would be a positive addition to this area?
Yes, so the building would be, all up to the present, construction code. It'd be fully sprinklered, fire rated, and have all the safety, life safety measures that are required.
And of course, as a multifamily, we would come under the jurisdiction of the Department of Community Affairs, State of New Jersey as well.
Yes.
That has to do with fire, building codes, runs the entire gamut, correct?
Correct.
That will conclude Mr. Evans' testimony, Madam Chair.
Okay, at this time, I'm going to ask you to bring the owner of the property so that we can hear testimony from him, and then I'll put it out to the public. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We're going to be calling Mr. Eddie Mohammed, Madam Chair.
Yep.
Mr. Mohammed, please raise your right hand. Can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear upon the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Please state your full name for the record.
Eddie Mohammed,
Spell your last name.
Mohamed.
Are you hearing him okay?
Yes, we can hear him. Okay. I'm gonna mute my mic. Go ahead, Mr. Maricon.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Mohammed, you are one of the principal owners of this property, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're also an experienced builder and contractor in the city of Paterson?
Yes.
So this would be a project that you would be taking on yourself if approved?
Yes.
Okay. And you've done other work that we've done in the city of Paterson as well before this board?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You've heard all of Mr. Evans' testimony, Mr. Deutsch's report. Are you in full agreement with his plan?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna be adding the package area in the basement. Other than that, our plan essentially with 5 units is what we're going with tonight, you understand, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all I have, Madam Chair, Mr. Mohammed, as the applicant.
Okay, thank you. So at this time then, I'm gonna open up questions to the public. If anyone has any questions of Mr. Mohammed or Mr. Evans, questions, please, okay? Please call in at 973-321-1579, and the meeting ID number is 711-680-001. Okay, I'll have 2 minutes for call-ins, 3 minutes for questions. Thank you.
We have no callers at this time.
Okay, thank you, Madam Secretary. At this time, I'll open up questions to the commissioners. Commissioners, any questions of Mr. Evans or of Mr. Mohammed? Commissioners? Yep, Commissioner Perez. Ask your question, please.
Yeah, sorry, I got disconnected.
Sorry.
Madam Chair, we could do the question to both of them, no problem?
Yes. To state who the question is, just say to whom the person is being questioned. Just ask your question of that particular person, please.
Okay, so let me start with the owner of the property.
Mr. Mohammed. Okay, so your question is for Mr. Mohammed. Go ahead.
Mr. Mohammed, how long you been having this property?
Almost 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years?
Yes, 2 or 2.5 years, yes.
Okay, and you acquired this property in foreclosure, correct?
Yes.
Correct. So, Mr. Mohammed, are you aware that that property is listed in the city of Paterson as a two-family house?
Yes.
Correct. Are you aware that that house was illegally divided inside and in and out, correct?
Illegally what? I'm sorry?
Illegally dwelling. It was subdivided without no permits and it was illegally dwelling.
I'm not sure of not.
Okay. I just want to let you know that I know the history of that property.
I would think that history predates us.
Oh, correct. I just want to make sure that you know that the history of the property.
That's gonna be removed in any event.
Okay, so the property is going to be knocked down completely, correct?
Yes.
So, you tell me that, and so it's going to be knocked down completely, and it's going to be a new foundation and everything.
Yes, sir.
Correct. This question goes to Mr. Mr. Evans.
Yeah.
How are you, sir? Thank you for coming. I'm doing great. Mr. Evans, the property next to that property, and I know the property quite good, the old two-family house. Where do you come with the medium density roof in there?
It's in the R3 zone, we show it on our zoning map, location plan. The property's in the R3 zone. There are other, zones nearby. There's R2, B2, and other, zones, but we are in, well within the R3 multifamily zone.
You're in R3, but it's not a medium density zone. It's a R3.
R3 high, medium density, to be exact.
Okay. Did any chance you did traffic studies into that area regarding in and out?
No, we did not.
All right. And how many parkings is required?
Mr. Evans, you want to confirm that again?
Yeah, so based on the ordinance, we need 2 spaces for a 2-bedroom apartment, so we have 10 spaces is required. And as I mentioned, we're providing 6 parking spaces, 1 handicapped, and the rest. So we would basically be providing one dedicated parking spot for every apartment.
Plus a handicap accessible unit with that space.
Yes.
Right. All right, no question at all. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Commissioners? Any other commissioners have any questions of Mr. Evans or Mr. Mohammed?
No.
Okay, I hear no questions. Okay, so I have a quick question. I thought I heard you say, I just want to make sure I got this right. In this particular application, you are adding a postal area in the basement?
There's a package room for like deliveries, and they can store them in the basement. There's ample space. There's a few closets and storage area down there to keep the packages secure until tenants come in.
Okay, all right, I just wanted to make sure there was space for packages, because as we all know, things walk, okay. From everywhere. Okay, so, all right, thank you very much for that. So, Mr. Maricano, do you want to summarize?
Thanks again, Madam Chair. Yes, briefly, I'll indicate to you, this is an application which we think is a straightforward, very comparable application to other approvals granted by this board in the high medium density R3 zone. It's very suitable for the area, in our opinion, in terms of meeting the needs for new housing in that growing area in South Paterson. And again, accommodates at least a parking space plus for all the tenants. It's a state-of-the-art design. It's handicap accessible in every way. And I think this is a positive without negative impact. We meet the building height, building stories. almost 1,000 square feet of open space for the tenants to enjoy. So we think there's a lot of positive criteria in this case. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Would any commissioner like to make a motion on this particular application? Commissioners? Okay, hearing none, I'll make the motion on this application. Okay, on the application of Eddie Muhammad, 641, Broadway, Paterson, property located at 312, 314 Gay Avenue, block 6708, lot 3. I move that the board attorney prepare a resolution granting site plan approval, bulk variances, city engineer, HEP soil conservation, and county up to state. Gay Avenue is a county road, so they need the county up to state approval as well. And I believe I don't know if it's a condition, I don't remember hearing it in the actual application itself. I know it was mentioned, and that is about the package area in the basement. Okay, do I have a second?
I heard it mentioned.
I second. I heard Commissioner Cleaves first, and Mr. Aquaviva, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, I was agreeing with you, I heard it mentioned, but I didn't hear it mentioned as a condition.
Right, okay, good. So I made the motion, Commissioner Cleaves made the second. Roll call, please.
Commissioners, Commissioner Fisher?
Yes.
Yes? Commissioner Ahmed?
Yes.
Commissioner Cleaves?
Yes.
Commissioner Santana?
Yes.
Commissioner Councilman Velez?
Well, the only thing I have to say, congratulations, I voted yes.
Thank you. And Chairwoman Northrop?
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your consideration tonight.
All right, I believe we have other business, for the commissioners. I believe we have some, am I correct, Mr. Judge, we have some resolutions that need to be approved?
We have 5, yes.
Okay, good. Is Mr. Aquaviva gonna be, presenting them?
Yes.
Okay, good, let's go ahead and, are you ready, Melinda? Can we begin with that?
You can go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes?
Yes.
On the application of Abdul Dandis for the property located at 243-253 River Street, block 3101, lot 2, and 255-263 River Street, block 3101, lot 1. The property being located in the MU mixed use district. The applicant sought site plan approval on both variances to operate a pre-owned vehicle dealership with an office trailer proposed on lot 1. Named the Truckers, and lot 2 at a one-story concrete block building that exists and is being divided into 3 spaces. The application was heard at the October 21st, 2020 regular meeting, at which time it was approved. Do I have a motion?
I so make a motion, seconded by Commissioner Fisher.
Yeah.
Roll call?
Commissioners, Commissioner Fisher?
Yes.
Commissioner Santana? Commissioner Santana?
Okay, she was just there, this is crazy.
I don't know, she was just on.
I know, I just heard her. Let's go back to her, please.
All right, well then it would be just yourself and Chairwoman Northrop.
Yes, it's yes for me, and now Commissioner Santana, are you there? Please unmute. Okay. Okay, here we go.
What is the vote on this? Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Stay by your computers, everyone, so we finish. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Aquaviva?
Okay, on the application of JCM Investors 1012 LLC for the property located at 73-75 Beach Street, block 6304, lots 6 and 7. The property being located in the RA2 zone of the 5th Ward redevelopment plan. The applicant sought site plan approval of both variances to construct a 3-story residential building on the vacant lots with 11 units on the first through 3rd floors. The board considered this matter at September 2nd, 2020 special meeting, at which time the application was approved. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Seconded by By Commissioner Santana, was that you?
Yes.
Okay, seconded by Commissioner Santana, roll call please.
Commissioner Fisher,
Yes.
Commissioner Cleaves,
Yes.
Commissioner Santana,
Yes.
and Chairwoman Northrup.
Yes.
Thank you.
On the application of the Jersey Community Development Corporation for the property located at 105 Mill Street, Block 4710, Lot 34, the property being located in the R4 High Density Residential District. The applicant sought site plan approval on both variances to construct a 3-story, 3-unit building on a vacant lot. The board considered and approved this matter at its September 16, 2020 regular meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Do I have a second? Second by Commissioner Cleaves. I already had a second by Commissioner Cleaves, so roll call please.
Can you repeat which application this is?
This is NJC 105.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, roll call please.
Commissioners, Commissioner Fisher,
Yes.
Commissioner Brooks. Oh, she's absent, I'm sorry. Commissioner Cleaves,
Yes.
Commissioner Santana,
Yes.
Chairwoman Northrup.
Yes.
And on the application of JCM Investors, Pennsylvania LLC, for the property located at 71-73 Pearl Street, Block 4315, Lot 18. The property being located in the RA2 zone of the 5th Ward redevelopment plan. The applicant sought site plan approval on both variances to remove the existing 2-story frame dwelling and construct a new 5-story residential building with a total of 20 units. The board considered and approved this matter at the September 28, 2020 special meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Do I have a second? Commissioner Fisher?
Second, Michael.
You cannot vote, sir.
You cannot.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
Commissioner Ahmed can, Commissioner Cleaves, Santana.
Okay, Commissioner Ahmed seconded the motion. Roll call? Thank you.
Commissioner Ahmed,
Yes.
Commissioner Cleaves,
Yes.
Commissioner Santana,
Yes.
and Chairwoman Northrup.
Yes.
Thank you.
On the application of Paramount Assets LLC for the property located at 362-386 Broadway, Block 4202, lots 1, 2, 3, 22, and 23. The property being located in the general commercial zone of the 4th Ward development plan. The application was approved at the board meeting of October 26, 2020. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second by Commissioner Fisher. I see Commissioner Fisher, second by Commissioner. Yep. Roll call please.
Commissioners, Commissioner Fisher,
Yes.
Commissioner Ahmed,
Yes.
Commissioner Cleaves,
Yes.
Commissioner Santana,
Yes.
and Chairwoman Northrup.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's all I have.
That's all you have? All right, Officer, thank you very much. When is our next meeting? Is it just December 16th, Mike? No.
It's December 7th. We have one matter on, the fairly simple cellular antenna application.
Okay, so we have December 7th, and we have December 16th, and that's it for the year?
That is it for the year, yes.
Hallelujah, okay. All right, everyone, so may I have a motion to close? Motion?
Motion.
Russ? Okay, I got a motion from Commissioner Fisher and a second by Commissioner Cleaves. Roll call, all in favor? Aye. We all say aye.
Aye.
All right, everybody be safe, have a good evening, and we'll see everybody again on the 7th. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Yes, be safe.